Hey, so this is my last video that I'm batching today, and I just want to talk about family life and how our family life has changed since we became full-time entrepreneurs. So many of you who have been here for a while know that we did some pretty drastic things once we started working towards earning our money online. The first thing that happened was we had really hit a wall in our family life. When my fourth child was born, my husband was working about 60 to 70 hours a week, and he's on a different sleep schedule from us. And I hit a wall where I could not do it anymore. And I know that a lot of people, I have let go of any shame or guilt about that feeling. I know there are women who do it. I know there are families that work those hours and they raise thriving children. I could not do it. I was so overwhelmed in the stress, and I really, really hate being short and stressed with my children. And I hated like how frustrating each day was becoming to me. And so I talked to my husband about switching to me working because I'm a school teacher, so my hours would be much more family friendly. Not so that I could escape the house so much as we could just be together more. We needed both parents for all the kids, and it was just becoming really obvious to me. So we did that. I went back to school to work, and my husband stayed home with the kids. And then, as most of you know, I lost my job. And then when I got home, my husband said to me, he said, "Well, I guess we're entrepreneurs now." And it was a kind comment. He was, saying, we have a plan. We're going to go with the plan. And don't worry, like we have some other income sources. We're not just waiting for the blog to feed our large family, but we have changed the way that we think about money. We have really realized that we can be more in control about the amount of money we make, how we make it, when we make it, when we work. And that has changed our thinking a lot. And I just cannot overstate the impact that that has had on our family. And I would love to explore that more on this channel if that's something you're interested in, just like entrepreneurialism and family life. And I just wanted to say some of the things that I'm worried about. Some of it is just so that I can look back and see this and see how the journey has developed. But some of it is because I can't imagine that there's nobody else who hasn't felt this. The first thing that has been hard is like a lack of routine. I feel very guilty that we're not using our time as wisely as we possibly could. And we have only been at this for a couple months now, right? So I'm sure we'll figure out a good flow. But right now, it's very troubling that we never have the same day twice. The other thing, of course, is money. It's just, I have had a government job up until now where my check came every month, the same day of the month, the same amount every check. And it was very easy to know how it was going to go, and we could plan and budget ahead. And my husband has always been just a very steady worker who works very hard, and we always have plenty of money. So right now, making this transition and just not being sure how much money is coming in, that is frightening. It makes me think a lot about how to create future stability. The next thing is, as you saw in my last video, we did find out in the midst of losing the job and in the midst of this transition that we were going to have a fifth baby. I was surprised. It was a very stressful thing. And then my toddler poured water on my laptop, and it just felt like the world was falling down around me. So as I sat in that moment of just, we have wiped the slate clean. There's no predefined path forward. We don't know what next week is going to look like. We get to decide what that's going to look like. It was just, everything is new, right? Learning to be an entrepreneurial family is something that is very new to my family. We have some entrepreneurs in the family who have built businesses, and I understand that it looks different in year 1 versus year 5. And I have some wonderful blogging friends, some that I even know in real life, and some e-commerce friends who I know that building a business is a journey, and I love that about it. I love the creative aspect of it, but just designing your future and thinking about the life that you're working towards is a whole new thing. And what are my children going to remember? How are my husband and I going to communicate and vision together and plan together on this? Um, I think it's just worth talking about. So, if this is something you'd like to see more about on our family's journey, or if you want me to talk about how we're navigating the transition from full time in the workforce to much more free agents, let me know. All right, I hope this video was interesting or helpful. I tried it a couple times because it seemed a little rambly, but I just wanted to talk about it a little bit, like what I'm thinking right now as a new entrepreneur. Okay, thanks.